I have a lot of regrets. I have a whole lot of regrets. Most of which come from anxiety. Really? Yeah. Stopping me from doing or saying whatever it is I really want to do. Yeah, it sucks. I bring it up because one of our days today, or actually specifically for the first Tuesday in August, is National Night Out Day. Well, for the first Tuesday on August. However, date may differ based on location due to extreme weather conditions in August. Check local organisation dates near you. Let's be honest, nothing's doing it because of, well, you know what. But the point is it got me thinking. It got me thinking about uni. Those who are unaware for a reason, I am a little over a year since graduating now. And yeah, I didn't go out. I didn't go out a lot. I kind of started going out a little in last year, but I basically didn't go out at all the first 2 years. And that's where the regret comes at the moment. That's what's made me think about this. Because I didn't go. I didn't go once. And I regret not letting myself get talked into it. Because thinking back about it now, and especially with having sort of the hindsight that also comes from going out to karaoke in last year, which is why I started going out, because after Video Game Society one night, I just followed people that went to karaoke. And so I started doing that regularly. And I wasn't going, I never sang. I thought about it, never did. None of us really got any drinks or anything, we just drank water because that's not the point. Also because we didn't want to spend money. But we you know, that's the closest thing to going out we did. Well, actually, one night we did actually then go to another bar that was also doing karaoke that wasn't the SU, but so that is the farthest out I've got. Or I did get during uni. But I regret not going out in first and second year. Second year especially, I think, because the people that I lived with in second year, like, as I've mentioned before, there's a girl I lived with for both first and second year, and then there was 3 other lads we lived with in second year, and they were real fucking good guys, right? Like, they would probably get us into shit, or at least 2 out of 3 of them would probably get us into shit, but that shit would be really funny. It wouldn't, probably wouldn't be actual trouble more than just shit going a bit weird, right? I think that'd be a good time. And yeah, looking back at it, I kind of wish I went out at least once. And it's more and less now because I think about it that it wasn't for the going out. It wasn't for the getting drunk. Not that I get drunk. Alcohol doesn't really affect me, as I've mentioned. But it wasn't for the going out. It wasn't for the drinking. It was for the time with the people. I thought I didn't have until now. So yeah. I think the point I want to make, other than if you know me personally, come chat. I'm really bad at starting conversations, but I try my best to continue them. So. But the other point I'm making is I want to try and do better. I want to go get properly tested for anxiety and stuff. But I'm not in a rush to, because I feel like there are people that need the help and need the doctor's appointments way more than I do. But I do definitely want to get it checked and tested, because I thought about it and I did some research on it, and I'm surprised to find out just how many of my problems might actually be linked to anxiety. So I want to get that tested, but again, there are people more needy than me for it right now. I can wait. And again, if you want to chat about anything really, you know where to find me. All that being said, we do still have 2 days today that are actually for today, not for the relativity of today. First is National Chocolate Chip Cookies Day. God, do I love cookies. I love cookies in all its form. I think I've mentioned it, but I'm one of those people that even likes oatmeal raisin cookies when they're made well. I just like cookies, and man, I put away cookies far too much. Like, I have Cookie Monster pajama pants, and there's 2 reasons for that. 1, because I'm a Cookie Monster in actuality, and 2, because they have living the dream written all over them, and damn right that's the goal. changing the world's part of my dream. So that is encompassed in the living the dream thing. I don't know why I'm indicating over to the join the world sign. I don't know why I'm indicating at all, honestly. But yes, as I said, it's chocolate. I eat a lot of I have gone through whole packets of cookies in one day. Like other biscuits almost always take at least 2 days. And a lot of the time, cookies do. But sometimes I'll just have they'll have the sections of, okay, I'm gonna grab a few cookies and eat them. But then you also get those, oh, I'm walking past the cupboard, I'll go grab a cookie. Yeah, I'll grab a cookie out of the cupboard while I'm walking past it. And then you'll do some other stuff and you'll come back and you'll go and you'll come once again past the cupboard. Oh, we'll grab a cookie. And then you go past it again. Oh, grab a cookie. And I was like, oh, I'll have some cookies. And then you have like three of them again. And by the end of the day, you're just like, well, there's only 4 left. I might as well finish them by this point, right? Like, that has happened to me on more than one occasion. And I'm not proud, but I'm not ashamed either. Cookies are fucking good, man. Okay? Okay? Tell me you wouldn't if you could. I'm just doing what I want to do because, again, I'm living the dream. I'm living my best life. You're out there on your diets and whatever. Yeah, okay, it's fine. If you want to do that, you can do that. I'm gonna stay here and live my best life and eat full packs of cookies in one day and feel kind of awkward about it because I feel like I shouldn't, but I do anyway. And finally, National Coast Guard Day. The 4th emergency service that everyone forgets about for some reason is, part of me wants to say the most important, but funnily enough, the emergency services as a whole are all pretty fucking important. Because you've got the Coast Guard that fights the literal element of water, and to some degree the literal element of earth. Because, like, helicopter rescues and stuff also comes under Coast Guard, because it's rescue, so that is, it is like all encompassed as rescue service. So Coast Guard and airlifting and the sort of air rescue are sort of one in the same. So that's fighting the literal seas and literal cliff faces. You have firemen who fight the literal element of fire, which, though not as robust and strong as earth and wind. I mean, I guess technically both firemen and Coast Guard and search and rescue have to fight wind as well, but wind is ever present. So let's not talk about wind. But yeah, because you got more impact and force with earth and water. With fire, you don't have as much force, but you do have more overall destructive capability. Then obviously the ambulance and medical service, ambulance and paramedics have to have a decent knowledge of the human body enough to hopefully treat on site, and if not treat on site, stabilize to the point of being able to drive them to a hospital where people who are even more skilled in the field than they are can take over from there. And then there's the police, which I guess that makes by default the police the least important because, I mean, hypothetically the police are the most important. I mean, see every detective show ever, but also see every detective show ever and see that the police are never the ones to solve the problem. It's the guy outside the law that solves the fucking problem. There is very few shows where the actual police are the people that solve the problem. Don't get me wrong, sometimes the police are great, but also I feel like it's worth mentioning given stuff that's happened over the past few months, and then on top of that, past few millennia, well not millennia, but decades, that there's some real asshole policemen as well. No, fuck it, while this is National Coast Guard Day, and I brought that up, let me take a moment to tell any of you who are watching that aren't in the wrestling world about Shed Gaspar. He died this year under circumstances that you'll see why I'm relating it to the Coast Guard. He got caught in a riptide. Potentially could have been saved. But he told the Coast Guard, no, leave me. save my son. Save my kids. That's more important. What a dude. What a legend. What a parent, even. There's some parents out there that wouldn't do that. And it's fucking ridiculous. Look after your progeny, even if it means your life. Sometimes you gotta realize what's more important. You've probably done everything you need by that point. Let them have their lives and futures. They have more of it than you. Shout out to that guy. I'm sure he's doing well. Whatever next life he goes to. Because people like that deserve second lives. Additional lives. I'm not about to claim that was his first. Reading souls is difficult. Anyway, that's sort of a moot point in my regard, because as I have mentioned, I am the god of chaos, which means I'm older than the universe itself. So I don't have that problem. But this vessel will die eventually. But more importantly, do embrace the chaos. It is my aspect. So of course I'm telling you to get involved with it. And hypocritically, my way I've been doing that recently is by telling you to branch out of your comfort zone, try stuff, new stuff, talk to people about it, grow an interest or something. So since I mentioned earlier about feeling free, encouraging you to talk to me in general, maybe talk to me about that. Maybe that's a direction for you to go into. As I've mentioned it already, but a reminder that our goal here is to change the world, to make this world a better place, make it more generally equal, fix a whole load of problems in the system. And that is why I'm trying to grow the audience and why I ask you to share these videos, because I don't really get much promotion from YouTube and that lot. But I do ask you to share these videos because I'm trying to grow an audience. We need people to change the world, and we need to change the world. The way the world's set up, it is going to collapse sooner rather than later. And the way things are going, that might even be in our lifetime if we don't do something about it. So, yeah. I'm not saying we need to start fixing it now, but it needs to be in the conversation more regularly. And that shouldn't just be conversations with me. Yes, a lot of conversations with me do end up leading to that. Not all of them, not most of them either, but a decent amount of them, because it's fucking important. People need to be aware of this. And you got people that are going, oh, it's fine. I'm like, no, it's not fine. The world is run by people that made a system that is designed to keep them on power, keep them in power and keep them with a lot of money, not realizing that the system they made is destined to collapse under not only the people at the bottom, but all the people at the top. Because they, as far as economics go, everything always goes up, cost-wise, but not, not value-wise. Not like we don't get more currency, we just have more expensive product. Hence why, the housing market's fucked. Housing gets more and more expensive, but we don't have any more money. It's a broken system that is going to collapse sooner rather than later. I'm sorry how to bring this up in this episode because I didn't really want to. But I guess that's also on my mind right now. A lot of things are on my mind right now. I am concerned about a lot of things. One of them is the world collapsing. One of them is that ever-nagging feeling that all my friends might hate me, which is fucking terrifying considering my biggest fear is being left alone and all my friends starting to hate all my friends starting to hate me and me being left alone in solidarity and all that. That is my biggest fear. I think I mentioned that. No, I just said all of my fears are. I think in the thing I said it's kind of hard to say all my fears because most of my fears are existential. And then proceeded to remind you of deep ocean, deep space. Because yes, I don't like large spaces of non-breathable air. So deep space, deep sea. No breathable air in the water, no breathable air in the endless vacuum of space. It's like, people look at me and go, you're a nerd, clearly you want to go to space. No, space is fucking terrifying because I can't breathe in space. And you're like, okay, but we made a system that's perfectly... I don't care how safe you make that system, I won't trust it. You're like, well, you're a celestial being, you'll come back. And I'm like, yes, I will come back. My essence will come back. This vessel dies when it dies. Well, when it dies properly. The vessel is temporary. It's the being that lives on forever. Like, the vessel is called Alex. The essence is called chaos. Is it making sense? I don't know. Maybe that's a bit too much lore for my canon today. And maybe one too many existential crises for one video. So I'm going to end it here. I think I did all the things. Actually, no. Subscribe. Subscribe is the one I forgot to do. And if you're this late into the video, I'm probably going to assume you've done that already. But if you haven't, please do. I thank you for getting to the end of the video, because I don't believe many people do. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.